Drawing the focus of the greater forces within the dome, Dill and DHAM face down their deadliest challenge yet. Will they be able to keep the eyes of their opponent on themselves and off of their fellows behind the scenes? I'm Q, and this is Wasteland Pirate Radio, WPR, bringing you the uncut airwaves from the blasted wasteland.
And welcome back to our niche, Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice, Arcade Apocalypse. This season, we're utilizing the Powered by the Apocalypse system, and this episode, we're telling the story of these two who are acting as a distraction out on the pinball board, so their fellows may backdoor these games under the radar. And the two that we are following out on the board are DHAM and Dill. But first, we're going to do some setup stuff, some intro questions. We're going to follow up with the same question from last week, so we didn't get an answer from you two, and I get to build on some, I guess, lore we started making there. That question that we're following up on is, what's the worst, apocalypse monster your character has come across out in the apocalypse wasteland? The state, I guess, of the world in imagination, probably also in practice, changes the flora and fauna that you guys come across or could come across. I imagine we talked about the tumbleweeds, I think, at some point, and also the slugs, the very fast snail racing or whatever you guys were checking out outside of the dome. But the monster I want to talk about today is going to be from the point of view Fontaine. Last week, Spigot spoke of a really cool crocodile that lives in the irradiated waters that they contend with in their cleaning of the waters, that is frightening and has 6 to 8 legs and will rip your ass up out of off of the land and back into the water. And I think that there's probably a symbiotic relationship with these crocodiles with
out of what water?
Any water, just water, like water sources. So I don't think it's necessarily the fresh water at the sources that the water bearers have set up. If we recall, earlier on in this series, we actually went to a little outpost along the river looking for clues. We didn't really deal much with it, but we went there looking for clues and to find out which way to go. And no crocodiles there. It's something that the water bearers do. We haven't gotten to the bottom of that keeps them away from those sources. And so that's yet another reason you would want to go to a water bearer source, because the crocodiles are away from there. I don't even remember what he called them, murkers or something. I think that there is a parasite that lives under the scales of these alligators that actively increases the radiation in the water. And they also multiply very quick and can overtake a water source. And I think that back on the back at the source itself, there was probably once almost a plague-like situation in which people were getting ill very fast and they couldn't figure out why, and they were quickly changing due to the radiation they were intaking at this they thought to be clean source, but it had just been infected by these parasites that I guess can overcome the fresh water, but they really only hang out on these crocodiles that avoid whatever the water bearers have done. Maybe that was when they set that up to push the crocodiles away. A double sort of bad situation for the water bearers to take care of anyway.
Over to me. Hey, Theodore Stringer, player of Dill here. Just sort of noodling on this question still. And I have something. Okay. Monster that Dill could have encountered. We've discussed previously. This is we haven't really encountered it, but it's a meteorologically active planet. There's storms racing across the surface, hither and thither and yon. And so I thought, perhaps, what about a big blimp kind of a creature with a mouth on the bottom and dangling snatchy arms that floats through and is buoyed about through the storms and just like grabs at stuff that the storm kicks up.
And you said he's like
And
a
tries-
balloon?
Tries to, yeah,
Like a blimp.
Yeah, like a blimp.
DHAM is
Exactly.
his natural predator.
Oh, yeah, but you weren't there.
Mm-mm. Well, I've never seen one of those.
These exist now, and I think Dill, in his wasteland wanderings, has on occasion been picked up by these and taken for a bit of a ride. Proven inedible, like eating.
Not a poison.
Well, Dill hasn't tried to eat them back, but
Okay, I see. You're proven inedible. I understand now. Yeah, understandable.
like eating a ball of sticky tack.
Ooh, yucky. That's bad. I have a bunch of that on my desk right now. That idea disgusts me.
It's some gross stuff.
My name is Lawrence, and I played the Deluca's Chophouse answering machine. And the most terrifying creature that DHAM has ran across actually was the creature that dug him out of the apocalypse sands in the first place. That gave DHAM sort of his first memory of what became of this apocalypse world. These are called the scoop bird. Now, the scoop bird is about 10 feet tall. It is a flightless pelican-like bird who lies on the ground and scooches himself along, scooping particulate and other organic matter into his mouth. And then he sort of like filters that through his body, and then he spits out the dirt. Big ol' scoop bird. He's got a big lower pelican jaw, and DHAM was dug out by one of these scoop birds. He was scooped up, so to speak, and the bile in their mouth is electrically charged, and that was enough to reactivate DHAM's circuitry. And DHAM didn't like where he landed in that situation, and just sort of punched his way out. Flail is probably more correct
have
statement.
been under the impression timeline. What is this timeline of you getting dug out of the sands? Is this?
I don't know. I don't know how long this apocalypse world has existed.
No, I know. I know. That's what I want to get to the bottom of it, because like.
Oh, you mean
you've
when
been
was
working-
I dug out?
Yeah, because
Like
the
45 minutes ago before the campaign starts.
you were
I'm
working.
I'm just kidding. I would say probably several years at this point. It's probably been about 4 or 5 years.
So is the Deluca's Chophouse the same one that you did work at building wise that's been built back up, or is this new that
Entirely
you have?
happenstance that it's also called Deluca's Bordel.
Of course it
Yep.
is.
Yeah, entirely happenstance. But it became my home immediately because of course I'm the answering machine for this place.
Wild. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Scoop Bird, watch out for him.
Scoop Bird, watch out.
Dill needs a name for his things. Storm grabbers? Is that something?
Blinter.
Blinter. Ooh, I also
Blinter.
need a name. I was thinking.
I was also tempted by just like
I think that's more the colloquial name for the Blinter. The
That's what we call it colloquially. That's not the scientific name.
we don't like them E's.
Yeah, Dill doesn't have an encyclopedia.
We need a name for this parasite on the crocodilians.
Grimbo.
Fucking why wouldn't it be a Grimbo? Scalards.
Stalagmites.
Scalemites.
Scalagmites.
Stalagmites. That's it. Stalagmites. Found it. Okay, good. Good.
Stalagmites.
Stalagmites. I don't even remember what Mike called his
I'll find the
monster at
clumsy
this point,
portmanteau.
but they go
It'll
together.
only take me an hour, but I'll find it.
Stalagmites. Awesome.
Love the
Okay.
clumsy portmanteau.
Into what we're doing. You guys have gotten the lay of the land and are acting as distraction while your crew backdoors Pac-Man and hopefully meets you up in the House of Pain/Fun. You guys are back here on the pinball board, and he has sussed out your just incredible disguise, but his attention is still on you. It's not like he sussed it out and
Can't believe
you can't
I had an opportunity.
to be Dickel. The full that's why he sussed you out. That's it. That's why he did it, you know? So close. But the attention is still here. 2 bin balls have entered the board, and I have set us up a little Roll20 thing, which is a little averse, I think, to the very narrative game that is Apocalypse World, but it seemed like we were in a little bit different of a situation and that we could get a little more granular with things. You guys are trying to pull maneuver number 3, which is DHAM atop Dill's shoulders. I'm going to give you guys, I guess, a laydown of, let's see, we are out here on the pinball board, and as the 2 balls exit their tunnels, rolling down the board towards the hole at the back, the flippers that bounce them back up. We know these exist. And the crowd is going wild and things are getting set, right? This is that outro moment that we were in. Your attention is drawn to 4 corners of the arena where on pedestals 4 giant generators are brought up from the ground, similar to just anything that kind of spawns from the ground is just whatever is in its way is pulled to the side and it is pushed up from the floor beneath it. Some people fall into the gaps created until they settle themselves. 4 generators have popped up at corners of our board, and between them a barrier is formed. They shoot beams of light in between each one another, creating this field within our pinball board. As the ball, we'll say on the right side of our board, is coming down, where it would normally cross a little bit more and bounce against the wall before coming back down, it hits this barrier and is bounced very quickly back down. And so you get the idea before we even, kick off that this is a, force-like barrier. It will reflect force put into it. And the wizard above you has just said that something along the lines of he's going to get the information from you. We're going to pull it out of you or whatnot. Kind of glitching into existence in front of you, like we have seen things appear throughout this quote-unquote game. You see a number of those pinhead folks just appearing on the map with pipes or fire pokers or just bars of metal in their hand, ready for combat, all facing you and flexing their pipes, hitting them against their hands, testing the strengths.
Welcome to Deluca's Chophouse. Press 4 to speak to a member of our knowledgeable team. Now, I do have a quick question for you here. You said 4 generators. Now, I see 5 generators on this map.
Oh,
here.
Okay. Then change that number I said to 5.
All right, go ahead and plug this in. 5.
Yeah, there we go. That's great. I don't do that, but I keep in the point in which we say plug this in, which I find also so funny. We should be able to see the 5 of them now. Up by the northern barrier, crossing off all of our exit paths. You've noticed this barrier surrounding the field breaks off the top portion of our board, not even allowing the ball to get up there in the first place, including the ramp that would take the ball up to get smaller, and all 3 buttons, which we've already accomplished the buttons, so we don't need to worry about the buttons in the back. But it does leave open the triple bumpers, which we know make the balls an element of some kind.
And we want which element? Electric?
Well, to open the door to the House of Pain in the back, you need it to be electric and to hit that door. But the field that we find ourselves on, the barrier is blocking that seemingly. These squares are going to be our pinballs because no matter how hard I looked, I couldn't find pinballs.
Pin squares.
Pin squares.
DHAM leans over to Dill and DHAM says, Dill, I would very much like to touch the generators.
Yes, me too.
And there might be things in there for you.
Things for squeezing.
There might be things in there for me.
Okay, so I'm looking at this map and I see that 4 of our 5 generators are also protected by their own little subfields, so we can't get to them directly. And this 5th generator is protected by the pinball paddles, more or less.
That is visually true. I've noticed I didn't put in that 5th sub barrier, so fuck it.
Is there a sub barrier there?
There was intended to be, but there isn't now. So I think that it does have its protection, being the paddle.
It's only us that can see this, right?
That is totally fair. Yeah, but what do you want me to respond to Gabe with? Nuh-uh, there's actually 5 sub barriers.
It's all fake. There can be a sub barrier surrounding me right now.
No, the goal was to have them all have that sub barrier.
Okay.
And to be blocked off here at the start, yeah.
Okay. Well, I like this better.
I will allow that sub barrier to be down in the back since I didn't put it there, but there's a big ass hole where the balls go down right there beneath those paddles. That's not on the map, but that hole is the natural part of the pinball board.
Okay, gotta jump the hole and also avoid just getting annihilated in midair by the paddle.
Don't get knocked. If you get paddled, it's going to be a different game.
So what if I fold around you like a ball just in case?
Press 1 for ball. Press 2 for ball.
So I guess that makes landing on the generator difficult.
Mechanic-wise, I thought that the two of you would go first unless you want to delay your turn until X happens.
It sounds like we're moving. We're balled up.
You're standing atop of one another. While you are together, your movement is going to be 5 of these squares, but you get to benefit from DHAM's armor. And you guys get to choose, if a damage comes through, where it goes to.
Well, I know what I'm going to pick.
Which is great for you. And yes, 5 of those squares, 6 while you're separated, but DHAM is the only one that gets to benefit from his armor in that case. But you guys begin this DHAM atop Dill's shoulder.
Sounds a little bit like I'm using you like a shield.
Yeah, I don't like that. I want to use you as a shield.
Pinballs skate towards the back of the board as we begin.
Ball up. Let's ball up. Maneuver number B.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to use my long dill legs to get us to the hole, but once
It's such a good visual.
Yeah, maybe hook some knives. I don't know how far away. There's no scale on this map, but like if they're in knife range, maybe hook some knives. But yeah, I'll haul ass for the hole, and then when we get to that, I'll do our transformation sequence and ball up. I gotta build some momentum.
Yeah, on your way to the hole, we can say that these guys maintain their distance with you.
Yeah, they're just moving in cautiously because every time they get within any type of range, a knife immediately is thrown at them.
So they probably maintain that distance, let the knives like, whoa, we're coming at you. We're pushing you towards the back of the board, they think. Move Dill about down to there. These guys come through. They're keeping their distance.
What directions are the balls headed?
They're heading towards the back of the board at the moment. They're probably going faster than the two of you, but they are heading that way. If there's any way you want to position yourself before.
They're also headed towards, we're all headed back here?
Yeah, they got launched from the back of the board, and
Okay.
this is, the start is they're heading towards the bumpers to get launched in their respective places.
Best case scenario, we gotta sort of zig and zag our way around these balls.
Because of the curvature of the rear barrier, the balls are going to go in a little bit of a diamond formation here.
Yeah,
So the most dangerous point is going to be by the bumpers. For a lot of reasons.
I think we're gonna try and do like a fast shift out of the way just towards the edge of the force field, and hopefully now the balls will be redirected by the bumpers right into this mess of dudes, birds and stones. However, I do worry about what will happen when the paddles hit the balls vis-a-vis the force field. I do think it might get fairly hazardous in here.
You two run up and jump to the side, planning out where these balls will be launched once hit by the paddle. The right ball, we're just going to call them ball 1 and ball 2. Right ball would be ball 2, reading from the left. And also, all these guys will be goons 1 through 5, so please feel free to call them goons 1 through 5 so I don't get mixed up on another dude again like I did last time. As you step to the side, ball 2 hits this barrier and rebounds over towards our left bumper. In fact, not just skating down the side, but heading up towards the left paddle. And the same thing actually happens with ball number 1 as it hits this barrier here in the corner where it intersects the wall down near the south of the field. It is rejected over towards the right bumper. They just sort of switch places. And when the paddles launch them up to hit them, they are launched directly north and to the northeast. Going past you, you're in a safe point where you stand. You guys jump to a safe side. But they are now heading towards the north of the board. These 5 dudes are coming down. It looks like a couple of them will have a little bit of dealing with that ball, but the 3 of them have avoided the entrance of said balls. What would you do next as this is passing through?
I'm gonna try and duck in behind the ball and get back towards the center. I sort of worry that if we just cut along directly along the side of the force field, we'll trigger some sort of sensor with the paddle. So get in the sensor and run on in here and take our leap on cue. There's no snapping position that puts us directly in the center away from both paddles. So
but you're one person in the middle anyway, you know. You find yourselves up at the back of this board in front of a pitch black pit, probably about 15-20 feet in diameter, that leads to a little bit of a flat space that this is on. It will be quite a perch to stand atop this pedestal with it, but you've run here to the back of this board. These dudes move out of the way. I think it would be weird if they came in just to get run over by balls. They slowly close in as
we love it.
You're like judging your leap across.
The audience would be about it.
You have an act under a bonus to acting under fire.
For what?
To do weird things with your body, right? You're trying to stretch over this gap right here at the back of the room.
Yeah, it's an act under fire, act under pressure, whatever that roll is. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me an act under fire to.
Cool, I think.
Well, actually, we said we came back here. You wrapped around DHAM like a ball just in case it hit you, right? Are we phasing back into our like stacked pose so that you can stretch legs across? What's your take here?
Other way around. I was using my long dill legs to maneuver around these balls, and now that we're here, I'm gonna run and jump and become a ball around DHAM and land on the generator.
Okay, I feel like this angle is just getting your angle right to not be clipped by one of these paddles.
Precisely.
Yeah, an act under fire to do just that. And you can do it because you can stretch, so I'm not worried about that.
So open up my stuff. Okay. I don't want any more experience points. I don't get what I want.
What do you get?
I get a 6.
Time to find out what's down the hole. Just immediately.
Hey, you got another map?
I briefly thought about having you be launched back out, but now you're behind the barrier and there's just nothing you can do.
Yeah, take this, wizard. Try to beat the information out of us now. We're just gonna kill ourselves.
We're not even in your game. No, I think that is just a misjudged distance. And while on our map, we're in the dead center that you maybe aren't, and you're clipped by the edge of this, we'll say right paddle, and launched quite a bit backwards towards the left side as it just has hit your ball form, we'll say like over here.
And in ball form, the only thing that you see as we're flying through the air, rolling in ball form, we're going to call that maneuver B. In maneuver B, you see DHAM's hand stick out, and knives just start coming out while we're flying through the air.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, give me an attack on this closest guy. Yeah, give me on Goon 1, give me whatever your knife throw is.
6 + 2, 8.
An 8. You hit Goon 1 with your knives, but he acts as a human shield, allowing the two behind him to make quite a bit of a distance on you as he's progressing, getting knife. Goon number 1's gonna go down, but the two behind him have made quite a bit of distance up on the two of you, and will need to be dealt with soon as these balls skate towards the back of the arena.
Okay, looks like we gotta make a brief detour away from our main goal for some Looney Tunes style combat.
Dill.
Hmm?
If I get out, can you put one of them where I was? That sounds entirely unpleasant.
In the dill ball?
Suck him into maneuver B and spit him out on another guy.
I don't like that, but here's what I do have for you.
Oh, it's for me.
I think we'll pop out of maneuver B. DHAM on the ground.
DHAM is just like flat on the ground.
So long as you can throw knives from there, it's probably fine. Watch out for the balls, though. And Dill's going to rapidly advance on guy number 2, I guess, whichever one.
Goon 2, yeah.
Goon 2. The idea here is to seize one of these goons by force and just yeet him into the force field and knock him back into the other guys.
For you to get up on this closest Goon 3, launch him backwards into the force field and have it bounce him into the other dudes, like almost wrestling style.
Yeah, we've got reflective force fields. You know, gotta make the most of them.
I think with what you've seen, give me I think it's like a open your brain roll just for the info of it all.
9.
9. With what you've seen, you know these barriers are reflective. Their allies are in the center of the field. I don't think that I think you would assume that is too much of a distance to do this maneuver, but that's a good maneuver to keep in the pocket with what you've seen on the balls.
I'm still
pretty far from the field.
Feeling the improvised weapon style of combat in here. If I've got so many guys and no weapons, you know, maybe I do have some weapons. Okay. Still want to seize by force, and then I'll just, I'm going to grab him by his arms and use him like a hammer on top of the guy behind him.
Yeah. Let's do a seize by force. Try to grab this man. Grab this man.
Grab this man. That's going to be a 13.
That's going to be a 13. God. Choose 3 then from the seize by force list. You take definite hold, you suffer little harm, you inflict terrible harm, you impress, dismay, or frighten.
I'm not fussed about little harm.
Oh, weird. One of these says you suck him inside your body. That's weird.
Actually, I definitely want impress, dismay, frighten my enemy. I definitely want inflict terrible harm.
Sure.
On both of these gentlemen.
2 good choices.
I think I'm going to go with suffer a little harm. We'll see what the consequences of not take definite hold are. I feel like at some point I am going to get seriously got by something, and I need all of my dillness for that.
That's good. That's good. You are able to overcome this first guy, no problem, and you grab him and you start to swing him around you like a morning star and bring him in on his buddy. In doing so, his buddy is going to hit you with a pipe for a single damage, but you are going to collide with his buddy. You feel a crack in the dude you swing with.
It's like an overhand, just bring him down over my head like a sledgehammer onto this man.
Okay, yeah. You feel the like leg dislocate fully from the hip on the guy you're swinging with. He's
and the other guy
moaning
gets nailed
on the
into
ground.
the ground.
Yeah, 2 gets clobbered into the ground, also moaning. Neither of which are down, but both of which are like rolling and moaning. I would more call it stunned for the moment, right? They are going to be feeling that for a second as 4 and 5 start to pull. Yes, please. 4 and 5 start to try to like circle the group.
Yeah, he's gonna throw a dagger at 3 on the ground, prone on the ground. And I'm gonna throw it from a prone position, so it's just like sort of getting like maybe I do like 1 bounce and
it does a skip and into him. That's terrible. Some real John Wick shit.
That is going to be an 11.
An 11. It does. We're gonna say it even gets 2 skips. Skip, bam, into the forehead. And 3 stops.
Does the crowd like the skip?
The crowd goes wild. Your points go up. Your points actually go up for each skip when it hits him. You see that goes up. When I catch up, when I'm doing my editing, going through and I have like a thing, I'm like, that deserves points. This is good points. What's points there? Points.
Are the other guys impressed, dismayed, or frightened?
They are. That's why 4 and 5 are circling around you, trying to get back to DHAM. They're like, rather than just running in on the group, they're like circling strategically, which gives you guys a moment to respond as DHAM has done that. I'm going to say they get even back down here. I'm going to adjust the balls as well. Ball up in our southeast quadrant of our play field hits its barrier and reflects in a very, very acute angle and back down towards the edge of our group as the ball in our southeast quadrant comes up connects with its barrier and then juggles in between its bumpers and barriers here for quite some time. I think it's going to be back up in this corner, just like vibrating between the barrier and the bumper. That's around.
Not good.
It's going to get real fast. Okay.
That's not
you guys down there. What do you do? 4 and 5 have started to make their way past Dill towards DHAM on the ground. One pipe, one fire poker, beating their hands as they close in on DHAM.
Do I have stuff? I don't feel like Dill took any stuff.
I know that Spigot took a t-shirt cannon shotgun and someone else took a t-shirt cannon pistol, but I don't know who that other person was.
Probably
Let me check my inventory.
I think it might have been Pedal. So no, Pedal took heal syringe. So
God, I've got something
one of
so
you
much
took
worse than all those
t-shirt
things.
cannon pistol, and it might have been Dill.
It's not. Yeah, it's not me. I have a regular pistol.
Where did you get that? Did you start with that pistol?
I don't know. It says handgun. I think I stole it from a dead guy that I knifed.
I do think that's highly possible.
There's been a couple of those here and there.
Well, in absence of any
I think you have a t-shirt cannon gun.
t-shirt cannon gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were told
T-shirt-
it's a single
t-shirts,
shot.
Or is it a gun? Okay, single shot.
It's
Well,
a
it's gonna
single
stay
shot
there then.
t-shirt cannon gun.
It's a t-shirt cannon, but it's stuffed with like nails and like boards.
Okay, just a horrible. I basically have
Bolts.
a portable,
like a flat gun.
I've got a hand
Birdshot.
claymore.
Kind of, yeah. It shoots out in front of you, kind of similar, yeah.
Okay, well that's gonna stay tucked in the belt there. I think what needs to happen here is I just need to disrupt their attempt here and give DHAM an opportunity to get one of them with knives. So I'm just gonna grab whatever it was that I've got a couple of weapons from ex-dudes.
Even dead bodies around, yeah.
Pipes or something. I'll just take a poker and just fling it at the one closest to DHAM.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Let's see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna come in with an eye of like scooping him under one arm and resuming our generator assault if he can get this other guy with knives. Oh wait, I've got to roll for that though.
Press 3 to scoop me up. Press 4 to see something more impressive. Press 5 to leave me on the ground.
7 plus, I think it's still a 9.
A 9, let's see. As you cock back to throw and bring your arm forward, you notice the dude, so you're tossing at Goon 5. Goon 4 behind them, has the fire poker they have brought back into a javelin-like pose, and they are going to throw it at you. So if you hit Goon 5, you will be struck by this javelin fire poker with your throw, or you can pull it early and like skip out of the way, basically. You can do the thing you're gonna do, but you'll be struck by a thrown javelin, a thrown fire poker.
I mean, that's fine.
The fire poker skirts through the air, both fire pokers. Yours collides with the dude with Goon 5 in the front, sending them back a couple steps as Goon 4 pops into a thrower's pose and launches their javelin at you, just clipping the side of your thigh and leaving a big old gash there for another point of damage.
Under my inhuman strength and reflexes, anytime I think that they might help you, I can ask the MC to choose one. Can I ask you to choose one here? Choose. You get a +1 or +2 to your roll, or you get +1 choice or +1 hold after the roll. You act under fire to do it when a normal person would simply be incapable. Or you inflict +1 harm, +2 harm, or add armor piercing to your attack.
Okay.
Things that could happen because I'm very, very strong.
I like that. I will do that. You took this fire poker. It clipped your leg. You took that damage, but you didn't pull from your attack, and you lobbed this fire poker overhand throw, letting it spin as it clears the space. I like armor piercing. It clips right through the dudes. They have a little bit of a chest thing on, some chest armor, and it goes straight through that into the side of their like lower belly, and it's sticking out of them. They drop to a knee as well as taking that 2 steps back.
Distraction accomplished.
But you've been clipped in leg. Yep.
DHAM with the space created by Dill, stands up and starts running towards the bumper. He takes a running leap at the bumper.
Okay.
Oh.
Your goal, I just want to check, is to be hit by the bumper, right?
Yeah, I want to be launched by the bumper through the air. I'm gonna try and skip over the ball and land on goon number 2.
Okay.
So I see the ball coming this way.
Yeah.
I want to jump over the ball.
Uh-huh.
And I want to hit number 2 with my knife.
Oh, I see. Okay. I will advance the balls. I love where your brain's at. The ball is going to skate behind 2. It's heading towards to like clip the back of 4, actually.
Oh, that's
and
fine.
This ball is like vibrating.
I jump
still
over
in the
Dill
back.
instead.
Yeah, right. I still love this idea.
It might be a little far, so maybe I use Dill as like a Donkey Kong jump pad.
I love it. In order to be in your whole headspace about this, you're about to take affront of force. And I created a new role for just this moment called the Withstand role. When you would suffer the effects of elemental damage, explosions, or things of the like, this is a very forceful strike you're taking, a very, very big, blunt strike, or things of the like. Roll plus hard.
At least an 8. Unless I have a minus on my hard. I don't think I do.
I don't think you do.
Oh, +1. 9.
I think in order to do this, you are going to take just 1 harm through armor piercing,
Fucking
as it
deal.
just like jams your legs up into your hip chassis like connector. But you are launched up and over Dill, who... Dill, give me a help roll. Actually, Dill, give me a help roll, because he said he wanted to Donkey Kong style off of you, and you can pull him up to a 10 if you succeed.
I've got a +3 to that.
Fuck yes! Give me that help roll with DHAM.
And I needed it 10.
That's gonna bring DHAM up to a 10. I think, just capable of fully doing this with that blunt force damage.
Let's go.
You
I see
bounce
him
off-
coming, and I get my hands up in like a cheerleader base
Volleyball
pose
set.
and just
and DHAM comes down hard on number 2, knives diving into him. I think those rolls were both great enough that you just land a top 2 and feel them go still beneath you.
And then I stand defiant and I say,
Crowd goes wild.
"You're next, wizard."
And that's the pinball.
And that's the pinball. That's way better. I should have said that.
You should have said that.
Fancy pinball.
Fancy pinball. Fuck, that's it for sure. 4 gets clipped by the pinball getting thrown to the ground as it comes and reflects off of this barrier as well. I think its direction is going to take it up this way, though.
How's that back ball doing?
Yeah, as this back ball is finally hitting the apex of its bounces and ripping ass out of this corner, I think that it is gonna, as that ball is a quarter of the way up the field, this ball is almost gonna meet it skating down the side.
I hate that that's at the pinball.
I think based on how things have looked so far, that reflection-wise, it's coming at the group, and it's coming fast. But Goon 2 is taken out. Goon 4 and 5. Goon 4 is on the ground. Goon 5 is standing up.
Coming at us,
and
coming at the goons.
at your general area. It's going to reflect towards you guys. 5 has taken a knee with the fire poker inside of them, and
Bleeding out slowly.
they are trying to hold it in and not bleed so much as they cock back to launch a pipe at you. 4 is approaching, fists up. They have similar to Petal's face breakers on the edges of their fists, like the little brass knuckles they've pulled out of their pockets that they're pulling up for like a boxer's pose as they approach Dill to start throwing punches at what they couldn't possibly punch to death.
Or just hasn't noticed the ball, I guess. Okay, coming over here is a terrible idea. I kind of want to scoop DHAM and run, but now 4 is here, so I guess I'm just, I'm gonna punch him with my big meaty fist.
Strike that man.
Maybe DHAM, if you can jump on my back,
Sure can.
resume formation 3.
I am pressing 3, 4. Formation 3.
All right, sock this sucker and run. 12. 12 will do it.
You sock number 4, who is pushed.
Can I like roundhouse punch him so that he is like knocked around and into the path of the ball?
Oh yeah. You launch for a couple spaces just straight backwards.
Dill and I, as we're resuming maneuver number 3, Dill reaches his arms out and we grab arms and we sort of swing each other around for a second to increase the speed at which you are roundhousing this guy.
Yeah. Sort of roundhouse.
Centrifugal roundhouse.
Maneuver number 3 at its finest.
This is 3A, actually.
Maneuver number 3A. Connected to, but not limited to,
The
Dill.
centrifugal roundhouse is 3A. And I'm going to remember all of these.
I hope so. I kind of already forgot this one was 3. I had to go back and look.
3A.
3. Well, no. But the whole thing started as maneuver
of course,
3.
of course.
Yeah. DHAM, as Dill is doing this incredible roundhouse punch, launching Goon 4 back. Goon 5 launches their pipe at the two of you doing your spin together, and you know that Dill is, focused up mid-punch at the moment as the pipe flies through the air. What do you do about the pipe?
What do I do about the pipe?
You would do anything about
And the pipe's flying through the air?
Yeah.
I throw a knife at the pipe.
Oh, knife
Swing!
pipe.
Knife that pipe.
Knife pipe, right. Okay, cool. Yeah,
It's either gonna solve the problem or it's gonna make the problem worse, because now it's a spiked pipe.
That's a pipe knife.
It made the problem worse. It's a 6.
Ooh, yeah.
Pipe knife.
Your knife curls over end and lands just in the end perfectly of the spinning
It became a spear.
pipe, and it becomes a pipe knife as it comes at you. I think the negative of that is it's gonna still hit you, but now it's one armor piercing and it just kind of cuts through some of your servos as you're spinning around. Dill helping him with this punch. You made a knife pipe. You pull it out and then you get
And
your
it
knife
hurt,
back.
but it was worth it. It was so worth it.
So cool. And as the two of you start making your way towards the north of the board, the very, very fast ball reflects off of the barrier and you hear the loud sort of static-y glitch of it hitting the barrier, and it rockets and is gonna cream right between the two of these dudes as this one is moving what seems slowly now towards the north of the board and those bumpers, and this one's gonna just cream over the top of these two dudes. I think they've both taken enough now that they're gonna flail out to the sides and not get up. The crowd goes absolutely wild. You both do still get points for that. This has all been your setup. You knew, you focused, you looked, and somehow the game knows and you're getting awarded points for it. As you head up towards the north, that ball whipping ass behind you towards the bumper/barrier. And as the last two fall to the ground, there is a flash of light in the center and a little peg wheel appears. It's just kind of floating up and down there in the center.
A peg wheel?
Like a Wheel of Fortune spin wheel.
Like a prize wheel, I understand.
Yeah, like a prize wheel kind of thing. I don't know really what to call those. I guess prize wheel.
I was like a peg wheel, like what you use to drive a pirate ship?
They have all the pegs and they hit the little bumper. Click. Anyway, that appears in the middle.
They don't go out from the wheel, they are a part of the wheel.
They're a part of the wheel. They go out from the wheel, but vertically
Forward.
or horizontally. Yeah, forward.
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular
the
to
peg
the
chat.
Yikes.
Our guest this week, very special, Steely Dan.
Welcome to Peg Chat. Dungeons, Dragons, and Dice After Dark. But there's the peg wheel in the middle, the prize wheel in the middle, floating up and down, and the ball skirting towards the bumper behind you.
The peg wheel it's something that the ball is supposed to interact with, right? The ball touches it and it spins the wheel and affects the ball, or do we spin the wheel and the balls change?
It looks your sized. It looks like a wheel your size to actually physically spin.
Sure.
I don't think I should, but I want to spin the wheel, Dill. I want to spin the wheel.
It's not part of the plan.
But it's gambling. I like to gamble.
Maneuver number 777.
But I would also like to touch the generator. Press 1 to touch the generator. Press 2 to spin the wheel.
One.
Press 4 for Freaky Santa.
Oh, wait.
You selected 1.
Gotta keep 4 in mind.
You guys are moving north on the board at the moment, or were last time that you guys moved?
Trying to head back towards the generator. Hopefully the ball will like shoot by us and then we can dart in close to the pit and jump it. If I've misjudged, I've misjudged. But trying to get back to the pit.
Trying to get back to the pit. As you skirt over towards the east side of the board to judge where the ball is going, the left bumper shoots up and strikes the ball quite early, knocking it right back towards the two of you. And I need the two of you.
Dill,
I guess
throw me,
Dill
go
with
flat.
a help roll. Oh,
Throw B, go flat.
It sounds like do something under fire.
are you trying to go flat and throw
It
him?
sort of sounds like I'm trying to sort of pop him up and then drop down and hopefully not take damage. Do you want me to try and like make myself a puddle? Is that what you're asking?
It's just a thought.
Okay. I mean, I sure will be pretty flat at the end of this.
Yeah, you start a little flat, and then you ended up very flat.
Can we both go over it?
You throw me, and then I'll throw you, and then we'll both be over it.
If that ball moved, which it did, it got hit back towards the two of you while you were over there. This ball moved up and is now locked in these bumpers, starting to glow.
Hopefully it'll stay there.
Hopefully it'll go with electricity.
Last one stayed there for like 2 whole rounds. That was great.
Yeah, multi-ball can be very disorienting.
I do like throwing Dill up in the air, and I am going to do that. Or not Dill, be him. What Dill's going to do is, I guess, try and be flat. Maybe try and like squeeze the essential parts of himself out of the way. And so it's just running over like the
Arms,
sort
Just
of,
like
legs.
squishy skin.
the squishy skin, the elastic bits.
So funny.
Act under fire is what I think is what we're sort of circling around here.
I do think so, yeah.
You're never going to be able to stab me to death because I'll just move my organs out of the way.
Exactly.
If he can succeed.
As a 4.
Oh.
Here we go.
He doesn't.
Which part do I...
Sorry about your organs.
Throwing you up in the air is also part of this act under fire, my guy.
Sorry about my organs.
Hey, can you help me in any way? Probably not enough.
Hey, what's this ball look like it's made of?
It's bright and silver. We haven't checked that out quite yet. You have been struck by it. Give me an open your brain roll.
8.
It made a light ringing sound in it. So you know it's not like fully solid, but it's very heavy and very thick. I don't know. Like it's a very hard metal, very hard heavy metal, I think is the best that you get out of that. But it's not fully solid. It's light. There's some hollowness in there, if that's something.
Nope. Let me see. No, my workspace isn't accessible. I think I'm just gonna try and double jump off of Dill.
Yeah. I think an act under fire from you as well to
Yeah.
like get out of the way. You feel like Dill trips up on himself basically as he tries to
10.
pull himself out, and he tries to launch you up, but that goes badly. Like when you jump on a trampoline as it's coming up, you just lose all of the bounce, right? But as the ball is within, Dill breaks your fall with his hands pushing up basically as he starts to melt down into a skin puddle to just let that run over it. But it's not fast enough, and Dill is going to get blasted by it. I think you're going to kick off of it and be launched to the north side of the board. Dill, you're knocked this way. You're going to take a damage as the ball rolls through you. Not full damage because you get some of yourself out of the way, but the ball has rolled in between you and launched up this way towards that barrier. I think the ball at the north barrier in between the bumpers is just launching between them, collecting some speed. There's a flash on the board. You see the prize wheel in the middle start to blink, and all of a sudden, towards the southwest side of the board, some more figures start to glitch in and become apparent. There is a very large lady carrying a barrel. She's huge on one of her shoulders. She appears down there. She drinks from the barrel and sloppily and wipes her lips with her arm and flings it onto the ground. And you see on the ground it like sizzles a little bit. It sizzles on her arm too, but she doesn't seem to care. And around her, a couple dudes with pistols as well on either side of her. And in the sky under the wizard, he says, "Oh, we're not done yet. Get ready for round 2.
DHAM looks up at the wizard and DHAM says, "Can you tell me how many rounds there are?"
We could get it over with here if you tell me where your allies are.
DHAM says, "Okay, they're right here." And DHAM reaches inside of his stomach and he pulls out a grenade and he throws it at the lady.
Cool.
He says, "I've had this the whole time."
Give me your knife throw.
It's a 10. 10 for the grenade throw.
I like that a lot. Your grenade launches over the gap as she's wiping the whatever grog from her lips, and it sizzles. And as she makes eye contact with you, her eyes flit up to the grenade, and you see her face drop. And the dudes, I think it's instinctive. They pull their guns out to try to shoot the grenade, but it's way too close. They may even hit it as it's right in front of her, but it launches. It's gonna kill both dudes with the pistol, and it's gonna hit her into the barrier. And you see as she hits the barrier, it's almost like cartoon style. She's electrified. You see her skeleton in there, and then she drops also dead, because a grenade is nasty enough for the pistol dudes, and then she hit the barrier, so that's more. Another flash of light, you see the wizard up there frown, and he says, "I can make things harder." Stop. And in the middle, now where blinking very fast, that prize wheel is, in between its blinks, rather than just being nothing, there is a prize wheel. So it's just like, you see one blinking over the top of another one in the middle. There's like two stacks there.
I'm seeing a prize wheel interposed on top of a prize wheel.
Yeah, and it's blinking in and one is blinking in and out kind of rapidly now, and the other is just static, still floating there.
So does it look like I can go over there and spin one of those mothers, or are they both spinning?
No, it looks like they're still just kind of floating there.
I'm gonna run over there and spin one of those mothers. I'm so close at this point. I'm just gonna go over there. He can't help himself.
Yeah, give me
Blows up my barrel of toxins and then goes and indulges in gambling.
Impulse control is just not like, DHAM's strong suit. It wasn't programmed with impulse control.
You threw my beans and then got rid of my toxins. I was
going to get right in there. I was all about that barrel.
Still, it's all over the ground, sizzling and bubbling. The barrel blew up for sure. DHAM, give me a sharp roll, just like a roll plus sharp. I don't know. I don't think it's one of the things. It's just as you go in and reach, I'm seeing which one you grab. The blinking one or the solid one?
Sharps plus 0, 7.
Not a fail, and I don't think there's much else to do here. So you grab the blinking one and you give it a spin, and immediately it kind of floats up and above your head and gets a little bigger so you can see it spinning. I have a prize wheel here to spin. It spins. You see fields on this prize wheel as it spins and start to slow down from power up. You see a power up with like a little skull symbol next to it. You see one called field effect, double pick, and then an uh-oh one that's all red and black and just says the word uh-oh on it.
It got bigger and went above me. Is it still within my reach?
No.
Okay.
But do you want to act on it as it starts to float up? Because I see what you're doing here.
No, I was gonna try and stop it on the bad look power up, the toxic looking power up. Okay. But I can't reach it. It's okay. I can't reach it.
Yeah. I think with this first one, you're learning the field. There might be a play on a second one that you pull, because now you know how it acts. You might be able to jump out and get it. It spins, and it actually almost itself, as it slows down, lands on that skull power-up. It's like cutting towards the end of that peg, but it does click over into power-up. And then you see like a mini wheel appear in front of it and spin for a briefer moment. It seems a lot harder of a spin there. And you spun it. Roll me a d6, Lawrence. Just one d6.
5's pretty good. It's almost as high as you can get.
It appears on the image of like a little ghost. A little outline of a ghost is like dotted outline of a ghost. You die. No, you feel yourself. You feel very light. You feel very. You feel kind of cold as you feel like whatever air is moving around this place kind of passed through you. Dill, you can see DHAM standing there, but he's like shifting to the side. He looks kind of smoky and kind of wispy. For this next round, you have a +2 to dodge or withstand rolls as you feel wispy and ethereal. And standing in front of you remains one last solid wheel as that has finished spinning. Board light of flashing on the board. Dill, do you want to do anything in this moment while he's spinning the wheel as the lights begin to flash around you again? Or while he's spinning in general?
I think I'm gonna make my way back to the pit. I still think squeezing this generator for its answers is the way.
Back to the pit. These guys are all scarred and charred up there. Dill, you get back to the pit, and I think with DHAM not in your body, it's a little bit easier to get over that pit if you wanted to try to scale its side. Yeah, I say that it's easier, but I didn't really impose any sort of disadvantage from last time. I think just narratively it feels easier to get over the gap.
Okie doke.
What is that, an act under fire to try to leap the gap onto the generator?
Can be. Here we go. 9.
You leap the gap. You just make it in which you're able to like grip onto the generator to keep yourself from falling and scramble up to atop it. Instantly, though, I'm going to need a withstand roll from you as you feel a course of electricity just blast from your feet and up through your body.
I'm pretty hard. 10.
I'm pretty hard. You feel it. It definitely shocks you. It keeps you in place. It stings a bit, but not enough to cause like critical health damage here at this phase.
Yeah, so it goes meh.
And it kind of pulses out a bit. I think in the way that it pulses out, you know that it will continue to pulse, but is stopped for now as you're up there. The ball reflects very quickly towards the north part of the board, and then this ball is glowing. The one up in the bumpers is glowing, and as it launches out of the bumpers, it is... I'm going to make it lightly opaque. That's the difference now. The lightly opaque one is now charged with electricity as it is launched out of there and towards DHAM at the center. It's moving pretty quick now, but not as fast as the other ball, who is continuing its ascent north. As the lights flash and you see some forms spawn, you see another large form up at the north of the board, along with 3 just rabid, skin kind of falling off of them, hyenas, or cryenas as they're called, where they just run out and their barks and yips sound like someone in, you know, the difference of like someone crying versus someone like death sobbing, you know, the total loss sob. That's what their hyena screams sound like. And then a giant, just sort of mutated humanoid figure with a big old club in between them who grunts and points at you, DHAM, since you're the closest, and the hyenas rip off towards you in the center. They're moving very quick. You're next to one more prize wheel, or you can do something else.
DHAM shrugs and spins the prize wheel.
Fuck yeah, spin it. Spin, 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 spin. It starts to go up and spin, and as it starts to slow down, do you want to do anything about it?
Yeah, I want to pin it on the toxic power up, the one that looks like the bad.
The skull power up. Okay,
yep,
give me a act under fire.
8 big ones.
You know, I'll just, you jump up and you're like hanging from it a couple feet above the ground as it was like going up and still spinning and starting to slow, and you jump up and try to grab it and hold it into place. And you do. You're floating a couple feet above the ground. Let's see. Roll a d4 for me.
Big 4.
Nice.
It shines for a second as you're floating there and like grabbing it, and it's like clicking back and forth between the two that you have it in. The wizard above you tisks you. Now that's just cheating. It's 1 power up per... Oh, well, I guess. I think I should still punish cheating as you start to glow and you drop back down to the ground as the prize wheel dissipates. And then you don't glow and you're still ethereal. You're still like floaty and wispy. but the hyenas now running in at you glow a nasty like red and black aura around them as they're running at you. The death power-up is enemy power-up, so there's not really much to punish you on for getting an 8.
What can you do?
But he doesn't like cheating, and you hear a loud snap, and another group starts to phase in at the south of the board. In fact, it's 2 groups because the next wave is pretty big, and he's going to start it now.
To be fair, I was never told the rules.
No, you weren't.
Sort of sucks if he hates cheating, though, so I'm probably about to do some more cheating back here.
Hell yeah.
All right, let me get all these tokens moved to their layers.
I love that new song, When He Cheats, parentheses, positive.
You see several figures glitch into both the southeast and the southwest side of the board. On the southeast side of the board, you see several dudes with pipes and fire pokers, as well as a couple pistols behind them, bringing up the rear. On the southwest side of the board, you see these 2 shorter in stature, purple mutant-like creatures with long tongues kind of coming out of their mouths, black oily eyes as they whip their heads around the room. A couple of the dudes' focuses are on Dill on the generator, but it seems like a lot of these focuses are drawn towards DHAM in the center of the room. And now that everything is in place and all the pieces are moving, what do you guys do?
I think we could swap spots.
Yeah, DHAM doesn't have a throat, but he audibly gulps.
And that ball's coming at you. Literally everything is closing in on you.
You said I'm ethereal and I kind of float. Do I feel lighter?
Narratively, you're ethereal and you float, but the mechanical benefit is the bonus to dodge and withstand.
Can I dodge vertically?
Just to like jump over the ball?
I would describe it as over as what I'm trying to do.
What do you mean? I think that you could jump over things.
I'm trying to, like a log guy who runs on the log. I'm trying to do that with a ball.
Okay, I will want. We only ever need just one roll. We don't want to plague it down by just like roll. So give me a not withstand, but an act under fire. I will allow your ethereal benefit to click over here, so you're +2 to kind of a dodge as you're trying to avoid the damage.
10.
Wow. Yeah.
I do a flip.
You jump up and land on the ball, running on it like a log roller. This ball is electrified. I should remind you before I set in stone that that's the case.
Beep.
Okay, give me a withstand roll as you land on this ball. You land on the ball just fine. You start doing a run, right?
I got +2 on those too.
Like you do get a +2 on those. +3 total, I think.
10.
Another 10. No challenge on that. You feel it course through your body, but it really just energizes your legs at this point. And you're moving fast enough to keep up with the ball as it moves towards these purple mutants in the other side of the room.
I like this game.
The hyenas are running in close up on your heels. A few of these dudes have taken a couple steps towards Dill. This guy behind them, gun at the ready, and these couple, one more guy with a pipe and another guy with a pistol are starting to close in on the ball, but not as fast because the ball is much faster. This ball at the very north has finally collided with that barrier and is heading back down towards you guys. Again, just right past the giant mutant. As all of this closes in around DHAM, the wizard sneers above and says, "If you won't tell me where they are, I'll just have
Press 3 to cry.
I'll just have to break you down and find her myself." And Dill, what are you, you're back here on this generator. Seems like the focus is on DHAM at the moment.
It sure is, and I want to... First things first, I think I want to examine this generator closely.
Okay.
I'm probably still going to just do great and terrible harm to it, but if there's something I can know about it, that would be cool.
Yeah. Give me that examine closely.
You examine it closely, you find it vulnerable.
Sharp is bad. That's a 5. Great and terrible harm it is.
It's hard, I think, with the position that you're in, being like atop it and having to take these bursts of electricity. You're not taking the damage, but it like pauses your brain for a second while it's going through you, and then you like try to focus back on the generator and you start to figure it out as another pulse is going through you. Give me an open your brain roll, because you're connected to like the psychic maelstrom in a way that others may not be.
That I think is a 13 and a level up.
That's a thick one and a level up. What you do get from these bursts of electricity is that all of this is connected to the psychic maelstrom. I think you've gotten enough pieces to start to put together that like he is the wizard, or whatever he's doing is like physically manifesting the things that he can create up in this imaginary space. And all of these effects on the field, while you feel them definitely, and they are like very real to the outcomes that happen, like when you get crushed by a ball that's electrified, like it still you feel the shock, you're feeling the shock on the generator, but it's all connected to the psychic maelstrom. There's a very powerful presence controlling the psychic maelstrom within this space, I think is what you're able to understand. These generators are just amplifying that in this arena.
Well, they should stop.
I think our goal is like, it's not our goal, but like a secondary condition is that they will stop when you complete your goal.
Yep. But I want them to stop right now, and so I'm going to hit them very hard with my big hands.
New goal, hit him really hard.
Even if it doesn't stop the ultimate generator, at least it won't be amplified anymore.
Sure.
And it keeps zapping me, and I want that to stop.
Yeah, you start to ball up your fists and get prepared to bring them down on the generator. DHAM, your ball is heading towards these purple creatures on the west side of the board very quickly, but you start to feel kind of like dizzy and hazy as you get close to them, and you feel your body go through the beginning motions to step off and in front of the ball, so it just like runs you over. And I need you to give me it's gonna be a roll plus weird, like a open your brain kind of scenario situation to
11.
avoid. You don't. You pull your foot back.
DHAM pulls his foot back. He continues to stay on the ball. And not one, but two middle fingers at the purple things. And then I'm just going to continue to focus staying on the ball.
It's going to collide and totally squish the one in front of you. It's going to knock the second one back a couple paces, definitely having got clobbered a bit, and you're going to collide into this wall and then bounce off normally and not like crazy shocked. It's a little jarring. You find your balance lost a little bit as it bounces, but you're able to maintain your balance on it. This one's zipping straight down after these hyenas are running in, trying to bear you off. The couple guys at the south of the board get up to the hole and start like looking down and looking over at Dill and getting prepared to like toss their shit. The pistol guy lines up his shot. The folks to the north of them move in, trying to block off this area like a wall, although you're on a pinball, so it's really just
Yep.
Don't die.
I live on this electrified pinball from now on.
I love this. The hyenas are keeping pace with the ball. This guy's lumbering forward. Everyone is closing in on the south side of the arena. First and foremost, we have a couple. I'm just going to say that for Dill, you have I'm going to make it a withstand roll. You've got a couple pipes being thrown at you, a bullet. You have this electricity running through you. I think that you would be able to just like bolster your physical form out and take these hits without being damaged if it were.
Yeah, Dill flexes and gets a 12.
Hell yeah.
God, the pipes bounce off of you and fall into the abyss beneath you and beneath this generator. The bullet probably just misses, and you just tank the electric damage. It comes up through your hair and whips your bald. It comes up through your skin and whips little tendrils of your skin out.
My cauliflower head just kind of flitters.
Yeah. I think that we haven't really talked about it much, but I think that since Cauliflower Head, while you're in here, you're just a mix of the two, of like Dill and the other one. Like you've got a little bit of both of them in you. Your funkiness from Dill, your more cold calculating nature of the other one. They're both just kind of like mixed and flopping in on top of one another.
Hot.
For DHAM, as you run on this ball towards towards this group. You have a pipe and a bullet coming in at you. I think the hyenas can't do much from down there, but they're waiting for you to fall off. So give me probably a withstand roll, which you still have the +2
a not
from.
fall off check.
Not fall off check.
I probably don't. If it's a 12, baby.
Yeah, the bullet bounces off your shoulder piece of metal, not damaging you at all. The pipe just reflects off the pinball. Honestly, probably bounces with force right back at the lady that threw it, knocking her clean off her feet. The hyenas just start to kind of circle around the ball and run behind it, waiting for you to fall off as you barrel into the two of these folks. I think that they dive out of the way. You clip the dude that threw the pipe, the lady that threw the pipe, you run her right over because she got knocked out by her own pipe, knocked onto her feet. But the pistol person dives to the side and tries to retake aim on you as the hyenas are following up behind you. What do the two of you do? Is there any like physical action stuff we do here? I'm gonna push you further along because you've been moving.
Honestly, I think currently DHAM's main focus is not falling off the ball. I don't think I really want to devote any effort to anything else at this moment, because if I fall off the ball, boy, am I in trouble. Boy, am I so in trouble.
This is the only net of safety you have.
It really is right now.
I really like that.
And I'm gonna destroy this generator as best as I can.
Dill, you balled yourself up to defend, and now you bring your fists down into the generator. Give me feels like a destroy roll.
It's hard. Whatever it is, it's hard, and I got 11.
It is hard, and you got 11.
It's hard.
I don't know that it's a move. You're just doing a thing, but you got an 11, and you swing your fists down and crumple into the metal of the generator beneath you. You feel a surge of electricity jolt up through you, but you've taken them time and time again, and as the generator starts to phase out and die. As it does, the other generators start to sputter, and the golden barrier surrounding the field just dissipates slowly, phases out of existence. The other 4 generators are kicking up and trying to shoot out like a little bit of energy, but are failing to do so. I think that's that. For that, the field's shut down. The ball is still electrified. There's still 2 balls. There's still all these guys on the board, but the board itself is open.
Okay. And I currently have the electric ball.
You currently have the electric ball. So as we move around this board now, we're just ignoring the fact.
How much control? Okay, none.
I don't think I have hardly any. I'm not really trying to steer. I'm just trying to not fall off.
You got 3 hyenas close on your tail.
I don't even have a tail, so that's really close.
I have to get through a lot of guys to get to you.
Yep. You hear a banging, almost like the stomping of a foot, and the wizard says, "No fair! You can't stop the game before it's over!"
Looks like the game's still going down here. I don't know what, me? Who?
Yeah, DHAM looks up. Who are you talking to?
It's not fair! I hate cheaters! And the sky pulses its red color. I don't think he has another response, but he hates cheaters, and you start to see... You feel a rumbling beneath the pinball board, but nothing visually changes for you yet. And let's progress everything around. Let's see. This ball is going to skirt up towards the side and bounce off, going vertically. DHAM, give me a check to stay on it.
Oh no. I'm about to be in a really difficult area, I think. 5.
Oh.
A 5.
Oh,
I think that it's during that bounce, that second bounce, that you're dislodged and tumble north as the ball goes past you. You tumble towards the edge of the board. The 3 hyenas are now just almost right atop you. Dill, around you, The two dudes can't do anything now that they've thrown their pipe. They're just like walking back and forth. They're like moving back and forth, like ready to
stomping on
catch
the
you if you
ground.
try to come over here. The pistol person is going to shoot at you again. I just need you to respond. I guess if you want to do something about that, feel free to. Act under fire to dodge, withstand. I don't know that withstand is for just a gunshot. Withstand is for like a lot more, was my idea.
2 gunshots.
A gunshot and a bunch of pipes.
The soundtrack for this episode is definitely that like.
Yeah, give you sax.
That's all I've been hearing in my head this whole episode.
Well, in the spirit of that, I think dodging is. I think that's the correct move, but there's no good direction except forward. So I see this guy readying his shot, and I think I'm going to try and preempt him and jump onto all of them, or as many of them as I can.
Just like stretch, leap, and go wide.
Yeah, because I've got to get to DHAM. I don't even know where he is anymore.
Upper right.
I'm gonna give you. It's an act under fire, but I'm not. Your ability to like. I'm sort of drawing on your ability to give bonuses. The bonus is that a person wouldn't physically be able to do this, but you can because you can stretch.
That is a 9.
A 9. What this results in is you leap the edge and you are gonna basically tangle yourself up with the 2 dudes that no longer have pipes, but you're not able to tangle up the third person in there. And as you are in the air grabbing the 2 of them, a bullet goes off and you're gonna take another damage as it skirts through your flesh, your stretched out flesh. But you have tangled them, and you're now like tangling them up and at the feet of the gun person.
Hey, we gotta wrap this up soon if you want me to be able to still carry you by the end of this.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of the hyenas mauling me.
Yeah, the big ogre's moving towards you still. I think in that initial thing, both purple things did die. This ball, though, is moving at a direct route south. It's going to club whatever person was remaining there above the group you've just made, but it's bearing down on the gunner that stands over the top of you, creating a mess for everyone involved. DHAM, you've fallen off the ball. The hyenas are on you. What do you do?
Do I have time to stand up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I stand up, and as I'm standing up, I'm doing a twisting and spinning
You get to your
maneuver.
feet, and one of the hyenas is in the air, already having leapt at you, kind of thing.
And as I turn around to face this leaping hyena, in one hand, what's that? Typical DHAM fashion. That's right, it's a knife. What's in the second hand? It's a pistol. We're dual wielding akimbo. Shoot, shoot, bang, 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 knife throw.
We're dual wielding akimbo.
Someone called Daniel Radcliffe because I'm pistol/knife akimbo. It's gonna be an 8.
You slash your knife across the hyena as it jumps atop you and get your pistol up underneath of it and fire, and it is thrown off and to the side, I guess, as the other 2 hyenas get up on you and try to tear you apart. I need you to give me a act under fire to
Not get torn apart.
avoid getting torn apart. Yeah. I'm going to say this one, you're only going to get a
6.
+1 from your ethereal bonus.
5. Oh, I still have the ethereal bonus. 7.
7. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That just skates your line. You're able to roll out of the way and put the dead body of the one that you just killed in between you and one.
Yes.
But the first or the third hyena is going to get up and wrap its jaws around your ankle, dealing 1 damage, not through armor yet, so you don't take any,
cool.
I think. But it
Yeah, I've got
has
1
gripped
armor.
you and is holding you down.
Yeah, I don't love that it's gripped me. Question for you: do level ups happen in session, or does that happen at the end of sessions?
Instantly.
They happen right away. You don't get health back, but you get a
Okay,
thing if you
so-
want to take a pause and find an ability.
So I have this thing in my improvements that reads: get a gang, you detail for security and leadership. Can I just have some dudes from the crowd be like, you know what, we're about what this robot is throwing down. He's really fucking rad, and I want to be more like that guy.
I
Not
also
the
got
part
a
about
level
getting
up.
mauled by the hyenas, but the other
was
I
your-
also
what
have a level
awesome.
up option
Yeah.
that says get followers, you detail, and fortunes. Can I
Okay,
add
wait, are
that
these-
to his? I want to add
Just
My-
more dudes.
just more dudes for DHAM's gang.
DHAM's dudes.
Is that a level up from your playbook, Gabe, or is that like just a playbook you've taken?
It is a level up improvement. It's just like flat on my character sheet.
Get followers, you detail, and fortunes.
I'll even pass up on the fortunes for more followers.
I think it's funny, just like out of game funny for me and Dill to show up with the party later, and we've got just like 8 guys with us.
So how'd the distraction go?
It went great. These guys helped, and now they're with us now. I hope they fit in the Dill go.
Larry, Curly, Teddy, Timmy, Tommy, Sally, and Beth.
And this is the Viper.
You
the
don't
Viper
need to
is
spend
my
yours
favorite.
on this Dill, because what I will give you, I had a thing in here that we had the opportunity to roll but didn't, and I had a really funny like NPC thing. But I think in this moment you hear DHAM with your level up get a gang. It's not gonna be a gang of folks. People don't jump down from the rafters and like start to help you out, though you have started to turn the crowd. You guys are becoming crowd favorites, but the crowd favorites are
Better.
like they want you to ultimately get torn apart in the arena.
All of them except for the Viper.
DHAM, from the inside of your chest, as this hyena's on your leg and the ogre's bearing down on you, you hear a charging complete and your front chassis opens up and a little like floating orb robot with a couple arms and a like a little array on top of its head comes out, and it says, Killbot, your murderous robotic best friend, is now charged and ready to go. He's just been charging in your chassis.
What are your numeric functions?
Press 1 for Killbot's assistance. Press 2 to let Killbot kill.
DHAM reaches up past the hyena that's hurting him, and DHAM presses 2.
Killbot's 2 little spindly arms shoot into its body, and then they come back out with little guns on them, and they start just bang, 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 bang into the hyenas. Lawrence is there. Let's see, end leadership. I don't have detailed what that is, but let's see what the book has to say about what and leadership means.
I need to have like we have the Killbot, and then we have like the Encyclobot. Hello, it is I, Encyclobot. I can answer any question except for that one. You know which one.
I love that. Okay, Encyclobot hasn't turned on yet because you haven't needed him at this moment, unless you do need him. Killbot just has a second phase or a second personality.
Encyclobot, tell me, can you inflict harm? No. Okay, you can stay inside.
But I can, says Killbot, and I like to.
I love you, Killbot.
PC gang leader can hold a gang together by imposing her will on it if she has pack alpha, or by ordering it to hold discipline if she has leadership, but otherwise follows these rules same as for NPCs. So you have the ability to force your gang to hold together by discipline, but you have to maintain discipline over Murderbot in order for Murderbot to listen to you, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Good Murderbot.
Oh, is fortunes something then?
Rich Dill. All the money in the world, but nothing to squeeze and drink.
Yeah, Dill's character is a part of a different book where there's just less description as to what those things mean. I would imagine that's a lot of barter. Only because I don't know really where to look in this book for fortunes.
Alright.
Oh, okay. Much like Lawrence's leadership is influence based on discipline, yours becomes influence over your group, your gang, based on wealth.
Oh.
you would have to maintain them based on a wealth that you would get a pot of. I think we need to find that narratively, but there would be a wealth there that you have to maintain in order to maintain your group. They're like hired mercenaries, basically, or they're around for the money.
Mine is around for the murder.
Yeah, Murderbot's here to murder. He's really excited to do so, and he's very pleased. It's very pleased that you've given it the opportunity to do so again. I'd like you to start a new bond category with Murderbot, and I'm going to start you at +1. And that'll be your rolls for Murderbot, unless you have there's probably if Murderbot's doing something, you might be able to seduce, manipulate it. But other than that, you're probably going to roll on the history with Murderbot. That will possibly change. I might ask you randomly other questions about how you're maintaining Murderbot.
His name is Durbot.
Murderbot. I love Murderbot.
Durbot. First name Mur, last name Durbot.
You press 2, and I think this first time, Murderbot's the guns come out and it blasts the 2 hyenas, and one whimpers. The one that is full-bodied onto the dead one that you're holding up as a shield is blasted full of holes in the back and falls to a heap. The other one is shot once or twice, but whimpers to the side and lets go of you, is still up though. This one, and now you have Murderbot, who is just going to be this token for now, because I wasn't sure if Murderbot would join, and now Murderbot is important to your team. Dill, are you going for followers as well? Are you still doing followers and fortunes?
No, not if I can't add
instantly summon a pack of men.
Yeah.
If you do go followers and fortunes, I could make your fortunes your points, and based on how well you've been doing, you could sway some dudes to your side, and that could increase depending on how you perform in the game, is the thought I just had.
That's interesting, but I think that's not the play here. There's a playbook move that I found that is very, very cool, but not at all helpful now or later.
It's just cool.
Yeah, there's a playbook called the Solace, and all of their moves are interesting.
What is their bit about?
Not sure. Didn't read it.
Oh,
okay. I was just looking. Yeah. I was just rating for
cool abilities,
moves I could cobble together a character out of. But there's one called Alive in the World that lets you ask some pretty dope, narratively interesting, unique questions the first time that you arrive somewhere, and then also on sharp rolls.
Kind of like filling out the full gap of the move you did take, where now you get people and places, and so it's no matter what, you get something.
It's where could I hide here? What does this place or these people have to offer me? It's a move actually I really wanted Grace to take, because it seems like it fit her character really well. Who is the source of the most pain here? It's just interesting stuff.
Dirty, yeah.
Murderbot.
It's all, that answer is always Murderbot. This is not his first time around the pinball board.
How could I gain access to this place's or these people's secrets?
Murderbot.
That actually feels like a question that could help me out here.
It does, but you have removed the field. You have an electrified ball.
That's true. We know how to do this thing.
You guys are in a moment, but you guys are actually well positioned to knock the gate down and get out. You know what I mean?
We're gonna go +1 cool, nice and simple.
Oh, okay.
I'm using cool a lot.
You've been really heavy on the stat bolstering, which I like.
Yeah, I got weird, I got cool. I might keep going. I've got a lot of ways to juice my hard, but I can't go past +3. So I've got this group of guys, and also the ball is coming at me.
Oh yeah.
I guess I kind of wanna, because I'm tangled up in them, if I remember correctly. I kind of want to push them off of me into the guy in front of us, kind of tripping them up, trying to get them tangled in him rather than in me, and then maybe that'll give me a second to roll out of the way as the ball comes on down over them.
Yeah. Give me act under fire if you're just trying to get out of the way, or you can. I would even give you withstand if you want to try to kind of use them as a human shield, which is seemingly possible from our position too, and bounce it up over you, kind of ramp with 3 bodies. But either one of those rolls I think fits your moment.
I think I'm gonna act under fire. Use my newfound bonus to cool for a 11.
Yeah, you roll over and push up the two dudes into their compatriot, who has a bead trained on you, about to pull the trigger as the ball collides into him, and you hear lots of bone crunching and squishing as it just rolls over them. There's enough force there. You dive out and, maybe to the east or to the... I'm going to just say to the east because the ball is going to squish into them. Well, with this angle, this is bowling wise, it would squish into them and then bounce off to the east. So then you roll out to the left as it does. But it squishes. I'm going to say that the pistol dude and one of them are dead. The last one that lays on the ground now next to you as you're crouched down and getting up is just moaning and groaning. His legs have been run over by this ball, but he's not out. And the ball rolls off. Doesn't hit the barrier, but hits the flipper, and the flipper launches it up and towards this situation up here. Up here, the situation is DHAM, you, Killbot, are facing down these hyenas, and the big monster, mutant-like ogre is coming in behind, ready to swing a giant, almost like tree stump down atop you. And there's one injured hyena also at your feet. This ball moves up and towards the north side of the board. I think with where we've been going, it actually would have hit this bumper and then bounced towards our door. Like, I don't think I'm bluffing narrative there. I think that the way that it was going when you turned off the thing is ideal for its bounce path. I don't know. It feels like a good angle. I'm not getting out a protractor, but it feels good there.
I like it there.
It's moving towards the door.
Hey, Killbot.
Yes?
I think we're gonna have to kill this guy.
Oh, goody.
And then I start throwing knives.
Killbot turns
At the close guy, not the ogre. I'm gonna try and throw knives, take out the hyena, and then maybe go and get involved around the bumpers up there and just try and not get crushed immediately. Head north away from the ogre in a U-shaped orientation, perhaps.
I like 2 rolls from you. I can roll for Killbot. Maybe we can develop some stats for Killbot here. That way it's not just you rolling. I'll even level up Killbot on the side. Let's see. He's your gang. You can command him what to do. Of course, I just want stats for him to roll.
Have to. It's the only way he'll stay under my command.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be really bad if Killbot is not under command.
Hot 0.
11.
11? Sharp. Which one gets -1 for Killbot?
Sharp.
Sharp gets -1, okay. Which one gets the +2?
+2 on hard.
Okay. Weird +1 or 0?
Weird 0. He's not weird.
Weird is 0 and cool is +1. Cool. Okay, bang. Killbot starts laying in fire into the ogre. The ogre throws up an arm and just takes some of these bullets as it progresses in on Killbot. You pass behind Killbot and move towards the bumpers as you give me your roll to strike the hyena on your way out.
Absolutely. I know it's not what you meant, but my brain conjured up the image of the ogre vomiting an arm and then using that dismembered arm to block the bullets.
Could have.
8.
I think what it is, it's that you just don't get as far. You reach down to throw a knife, and the hyena jumps up and knocks your hand out of the way, so it takes a second one to get up in it and just stab it and throw it up over your shoulder and into the heap. But now you're just standing behind Killbot as the ogre is on the other side of Killbot. Killbot is just peppering it with its basic guns.
Kill guns. They're called kill guns.
Maybe no stronger than a pistol, but it has 2 of them, and it's shooting rapidly. Dill, you're next to a dude that's moaning on the ground and groaning. My leg, he's saying.
My leg.
Yeah.
My leg.
We're gonna take off. We're gonna ignore him, and we're gonna take off.
Wait, my leg though. Wait up!
Kill me!
My leg.
Kill me!
Kill me if you're gonna leave.
You threw a pipe at me. Why would you? No, I'm not helping you.
Killbot hears that from across the room and is like, should I? Is he calling to me? He wants me to kill him.
Killbot's distracted.
If the ball is coming in at this good angle, then I'm trying to be ready for it.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna hit that door and then rebound off. This ball is just heading up north. As it reaches the back of the ogre responds very quickly and whips around like a sumo wrestler, uses its momentum to continue forward and like hurls it at the two of you. You see him stumble from the force that he took, but he does launch the ball at the two of you, just like throwing it. Killbot is just gonna dodge, because why would he not dodge? Unless you try to get him to take the hit for you.
No,
But his goal would be
I can't
ultimately
let
to
anything
dodge.
bad happen to Killbot. He's my bastion of morality. I will. I think I'm also just gonna do a little dodge.
Yeah,
So get a +1.
you get your +2. Your +2 back. You're not
+2, 10.
any reason. +2, 10. You dodge up to the north, continuing the path that you're aiming for, moving towards those bumpers, making your, deals happen. Killbot isn't fast enough to get fully out of the way. It does take a bump,
No.
and you see it kind of spark up a bit and lose its full, like, perfect float, but it regains it briefly. Its lights blink.
Killbot, we can repair you. I love you like a son.
Life support systems at 70%. Press 1. Nope, it just turns back to the ogre. It's in kill mode. It says press 1 to kill, and then before you get to respond, it says 1, and the light goes red, and it turns back to the ogre. But you're here, and the ogre is facing you down. It's beginning. He just threw the ball. It's gonna bounce up and move around the ring. I think it's gonna move past you. We're out of that moment for now.
Should have tried to jump and get on that ball.
You finished off that hyena. We got the my leg guy groaning in the south side of the field, and all you have is this ogre moving north towards you. Dill, the ball connects with that grate and electrifies the grate, and you hear the wizard say, no, we're not done yet. And behind you, the rumbling stops, and in the middle, you see a giant metallic form raising out. All the lights are out on it. It seems like a giant mech suit that is unfilled or piloted, I guess, at the moment. And as it hits the floor that you guys stand on and then rests into place, you see those lights kick up, and it looks around, and he says, maybe my general will be able to do something about this. Get him. And the lights all kick on the bot, and you hear it kind of groan, this mechanical gear groan, and it has a giant kind of cannon on one arm and a big fist on the other, and it starts to make its way north towards you, Dill.
Thank God.
Let's see. I think we were just on the defense from the ogre, so why don't we go on the offense? What do you guys do? You're here. Killbot's in kill mode.
Killbot, how agile is Killbot looking?
Well, agile, you put -1 into his sharp, and I think that's the agile stat.
Sharp
So
is the
he's
agile
not-
stat.
I think so.
I think DHAM is gonna look up at Killbot, and DHAM is gonna say, I know we just met, but do you know of maneuver number 5? Press 5 for maneuver number 5, Killbot. Press 7 for scary Santa Claus.
And Killbot is just saying 2 from the kill. He doesn't know maneuver number 5, but we haven't taught him maneuver number 5 yet.
DHAM says, here, take these, and he gets 2 knives out of his arm and sort of just like, Killbot, I kind of imagine Killbot as sort of like a little drone just with like gun arms poking out.
Yeah, straight up a floating orb with like a lens on it for its visuals, right? Maybe a screen on that lens, and then some like robotic arms that have come inside and have come out with little pistols.
DHAM is gonna slam 2 knives inside the barrels of the pistols, and he's gonna say, "Be quick, be silent, be annoying to the ogre, and go for the legs."
Whirling dervish.
And DHAM is also going to get some more knives out and start running at the ogre.
Maneuver number 5 is whirling dervish. 5, and it starts spinning in a circle and moving towards the ogre.
Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna go on the offense. We're gonna go after this ogre.
Okay, give me... it just feels like act under fire. It's bearing down on you with its tree stump. You have
9.
your whirling dervish, 9.
We're just trying to come at him from all different angles, jumps, maneuvers, flips,
I'm gonna give you.
whatever Killbot does.
You guys get in there. The ogre has taken some bullets. It has taken a brunt of the ball. It's taken some damage. You see it's like one of its legs, it's kind of dragging behind it. It's not using it as solidly. You know it's not like on its...
Cool, then I stab the other leg.
Sure. In this, the whirling dervish, Killbot, the whirling dervish, is like spinning around him, hitting him and chipping some skin away and then bouncing away and hitting him again like a Beyblade. And you're coming in whipping knives at the hurt leg. The ogre brings the stump down and it is coming down on the whirling dervish. I'm going to give you the option. You can take the hit for Killbot or Killbot takes the hit.
I take the hit for Killbot.
You jump in front of the way, the ogre bringing its tree stump down. You're going to take 3 damage. So 2 after armor. As you're blasted into Killbot and the 2 of you are pushed backwards, you get a little bit of cut. Some of that's like tree stump, right? And pushed backwards. The last cut, knife hitting the ogre, it dropping down to a knee and reaching out as if it's gonna swing at you again, but falling into a heap at your side. How are you doing?
Bad.
But you're up?
I am up.
Okay,
And,
you get up, your servo's like whining and screaming.
I'm sort of like leaning on Killbot a little bit at this point. I pat my hand on him and I say, press 3 for familial bond.
Pulls the knife out of you and says 3. And the lights go back down to white. He's lost his kill mode with a moment of bond sincerity, I guess. And you look up behind Killbot and see Dill moving towards the back of the room and this giant robot stepping up behind him, facing a cannon towards him. Dill, this is occurring. The gate is open in the back. Behind you, a big robot. Killbot, DHAM off to the east. What's your...
No one in this robot.
The general,
Seemingly.
J.G. Wentworth.
Someone's piloting the robot, but not... It doesn't seem like physically.
Remote.
And what's this robot got going on?
Big guns.
You know, as large as the mutant ogre or the giant lady with the barrel, just a very large, imposing figure. Steel structure, 2 padded legs, it's slamming down, stepping after you. Lots of like bars and pistons holding everything together. It's not like full plated up. You can see all of the inner workings of the pistons sliding along one another to move the arms, and in the back you can see them moving up and down in that cool little pattern with the pads on the back, you know they're applying pressure and releasing it as it's moving after you.
Guns, fists. What's his armament?
Oh yeah, a cannon on a pretty large gun on one arm and a fist on the other. It's like clenching and it's starting to point the cannon towards you.
It's like a dreadnought.
I'm gonna say cannon because it's bigger than a gun.
I'm assuming I'm faster than this guy.
Yeah. You think you could outpace it?
All right. He seems like a problem, so we're gonna try and deal with him. Plus, he seems at least somewhat robot. So
as the mutant falls as well, another power-up spawns in the middle, a wheel to spin. But yes, your thoughts are correct.
I want to try and cut around behind him, whatever direction will like mess up his aim, sort of the opposite direction of his like gun arm.
Yeah, okay, I see.
And then I want to try and get back in here. It seems like with all these pistons and motors, we're dealing with some sort of hydraulic something here. And if there's hydraulics, there's fluids. And if there's fluids, we're gonna try and drink them. So
cool.
So I'm trying to. The goal is get on his back, look for tubing or piping or anything inside of his mech, and yank it out and stuff it in my mouth.
Yeah, give me an act under fire as you run towards the bot and dip up under his fist arm.
Yeah, run towards the big guy, yank it out, and put it in your mouth.
And if I'm really lucky, I can flip the peg wheel while I'm at it.
Yeah, flick his peg wheel when you get it out and put it in your mouth.
That's an 11. 11 for peg wheel flicking.
You can get behind him and under the damage, and you can safely get up onto his back and under shit, or hit the wheel and just be behind him.
Now I'm after these fluids.
No, that's an 11. That's an 11. It's not an either or. That you're in a good position. Fuck it. You can give a good spin on the wheel.
I flick out a tendril on my way by.
You flick out a tendril on your way by, and it starts to spin up as you try to launch yourself into the gearworks behind him. It flips around, and it's about to click into that skull power up, which is not ideal as you're up in the workings, but it doesn't click the peg over and lands on the power up space. We got none of the really bad shit that was happening, which is ideal. We have power up. Roll a d6. Theodore.
4.
You feel you see that your skin glows, and you feel your pores tighten and your skin harden. You have +1 armor for this round. Lawrence, your etherealness shifts and phases out as that guy dies as well, so you lose your power up. But Theodore, you gain +1 armor while your skin is kind of hardened. It's not going to affect you negatively dexterously. It's just,
I've got
you have
plates.
hard skin plates. Yeah. It doesn't form up over the elbows or whatever, but it's there. And you're up in the workings of this bot, DHAM murder bot. What is you see Dill glowing and starting to try to fit himself into the gum works of the pistons behind the robot.
Murderbot, it is my expert leadership-based opinion that we should go and help that guy, the glowing one, not the big one. Not the one that's like us, but the one that is exceptionally dislike us.
I can't understand your take, but I will do so. Give me a roll +1 HX with Murderbot.
5. I press 3. Does 3 do anything? No. Unfortunate.
Murderbot says, "You are Murderbot's only ally," and it starts spinning in its whirling dervish and just moving towards the bundle of the two of them. It'll do it all if it has to. It's gonna kill.
I'm sorry, Father. It is what I do.
It's the only thing I can do. And it starts spinning and moving towards you. Theodore, you're in these gumworks. You can hear the buzzing of Killbot spinning, coming towards the two of you. Theoretically, an ally, that one that just doesn't care about your safety.
I can hear him, but he's not a concern. He's not even a perception. Because I've got tubing and liquids.
Mm-hmm. The robot is like unable to reach behind
and
itself.
I'm a hydraulic vampire.
I gotta get to that juice.
Juice. Dilly needs some juice.
Dilly needs some
So I'm just gonna reach in there and yank it out and delicious.
So give me a
suck check.
Roll plus suck. Act under fire.
Yeah, what's your history with suck? How many pluses do you get?
That's my suck bonus.
Dill's would be the highest of anyone.
It's one of my boxes.
I'm sorry, I got 174 on my suck check.
Dill has the box of suck, and DHAM has the box of cuts and blades. Now
my arm is filled with blades.
We're Dr. Carpenter's dream
team.
So what am I rolling?
Honestly, pretty low for 6
fire
D100s.
I think. 174. You're right. That is a lot. You do it well. At a roll over 150, there's an advanced thing, and I don't know how you got to
my
it.
first roll was a 1.
It was
1600s. Anyways,
174 out of 600 is incredibly low. And you got 2 19s.
Damn.
Weird.
Anyways,
sorry, plus your bonus.
What bonus?
Act under fire. So
11.
11. You feel the force of these pistons being the primary thing you have to contend with. It can't quite reach back and behind itself, but it's how hard that they're firing into one another that you're trying to get up in and just halt and stop and like rip them out and look for liquid. You are able to stop and jar a few of them before finding a tube, which you ultimately separate, and some black Icarus oil like floats freely from it, and you just jam it into your mouth like a straw. And the robot very quickly is starting to shut down. I think it does before the dervish makes it to it. Lawrence, you see the giant bot start to break down to its knees. This was its biggest weakness, is being broken apart from behind and have its liquids drained. It drops
Same.
down
I'm
to
a
a
predator.
knee and its lights start to blink out as Dill is just putting a foot up on it and just slurping from the straw. Murderbot or Killbot is not stopping though as it's coming towards the bundle of them.
You hear DHAM from way off to the side.
I can't stop him. The 2 is stuck. The 2 is stuck.
Two.
I mean,
But if you hurt him, I'll kill you and then myself.
yeah, that is what I was worried about.
I think that things have changed since Killbot started moving towards this situation. It was faster than we thought it would be, but you can make another like Killbot command roll to stop him.
Killbot, he's already dead.
Give me that roll plus history with Killbot. 2.
7?
I think it does start to spin to a stop, but it's gonna nick Dill once for 1 more damage as it does come to a stop. It like clips Dill as it's coming around, and then both of them get kind of jammed up in its thing, and it pulls its rotors back, and it says, "I apologize." And then it turns around and says, "Father," and starts floating back towards you.
I spit oil on it.
I apologize. I don't know what came
As
over
you
me.
spit oil on it, one of its cameras turns around and flashes red before flashing back to white and then floating back towards DHAM. You're gonna kill this thing and drink its liquids for sure.
DHAM, as Murderbot is coming along, DHAM opens up his chest cavity and just sort of like, come on in. He's beckoning into the warm embrace of his chest cavity. Come into my womb.
The pinball's womb?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gave birth to that boy.
Father!
He came from inside me.
Roots back into you and connects its charging cable. And you hear it kind of
I just
die
kind of
down
like
in there.
slides as he's coming. I just kind of like slide some sand out of the way onto the ground, broken glass, etc. About 30 knives.
I think once it's plugged in, you can see that Killbot's, readout is at 70% of, 70% health. It's not going up on its own, but you can get its readout when it's plugged into you.
Oh yeah, no. My first level up was life support systems to my workspace, and I think he counts as a person.
I think he does, and
I can work on people there too now.
you can maybe Killbot gives you the ability to do workspace stuff if you can get him outfitted or something like a mobile station
Another
for minor
mobile
shit.
workstation? Double mobile
workstation? I guess that's true. You just locked away from your mobile workstation. The pinballs are up and towards both the north, and the electrified one is at the northwest side of the board. They're bouncing along and going south. With your guys' positioning, you're in a safe spot to just wait them out and run towards the top of the board. The wizard is starting to throw a tantrum, just all sorts of no's, that's cheating, my game isn't over yet. The barriers are trying to flicker back up, but they stop, and he gets really mad at that. At the south side of the board, he says, if I can't stop you, then they will. And a lot of, 4 or 5 more pipe dudes kind of spawn down there, pipes and fireplace pokers. And you see the wizard focusing very hard up there, trying to spawn in these people quickly. But you guys are there. Is this sprint towards the House of
I think so.
Pain Fun?
It is indeed.
Or for me, it's more of a limp, but I do think I head that way.
I'm also limping a bit.
Yeah, the two of you supporting one another, I think, as the spawns don't really stop in the south, but they're sprinting up towards you. A few of them get knocked out by the pinballs coming south, electrified, bounced up, but they don't stop spawning. They start to train their guns on you and shoot as you run up and towards the north of the board, and in between that gate, the sounds disappearing very quickly behind you as you find yourselves on a moonlit, dark road. The sounds of crickets around you leading up to an old decrepit house. You hear moans and some screams, maybe a couple laughs coming from within. It sounds like a cacophony of various prisoners or patients or workers, maybe, in this house of pain in front of you. History questions.
Murderbot.
Dill, did you, I don't know, do you know DHAM better?
Yeah, no, he has a murder bot.
Get a +1 for Murderbot.
He's got all sorts of stuff in that chassis. Murderbot and DHAM, if they start at a -1.
That does, I think, bring me to another experience and starting back over with a +1 for DHAM.
Oh,
Nice.
raise mine with Murderbot.
Sure, +2 for Murderbot makes sense for you. Oh yeah.
I don't
ideal.
think I'm gonna start I don't think I'm gonna get +1s on anybody else ever again for the rest of the campaign. Like, it's a bummer, but I mean, it's just the way it is. Like,
Murderbot's gonna just let power level. I gotta pick a class for Murderbot. Okay, you've doled out XP or histories, and we will return next time, full group, to face the end of their trial and the beginning of the House of Pain/Fun.
Screams emanate from within the walls of the decrepit structure in front of them. While they have fled from the dangers of the board, they are not out of the wizard's sights yet. What awaits Dill and DHAM inside the House of Fun? And when will they see their allies again? This episode was produced and GM'd by M. William, featuring Lawrence Jennings as Deluca's Chophouse answering machine, and Theodore Stringer as Dill. Music composed for this season by Chris Rogich. Additional voiceovers by Mckenna Lynch. That's all for this time on WPR. I'm Q. See you next time.
Just wait till we get back to the main campaign and there's a puzzle based on bullshit from this campaign.
That's going to advance so much plot line of the overall narrative.
honestly, just wait until maneuver 4.
When 4th Gen maneuver drops next year,
Reveal
August,
that
same
yet.
time.
You go into a cave and there's a painting on the wall, huge mural etched in charcoal of a strange humanoid figure with what seems to be a
Answering
chunkily
machine?
built dishwasher.
Dishwasher on his head? Swinging each other around. Historians have been trying to break this for forever. We have no idea what that is.
What did the old masters mean by this?